I can't understand your story, sir. Could you please speak clearly?
That unemployed son of yours stole a car worth $50,000, ma'am.
I don't have a son, and I just gave birth to a daughter, sir.
What?
Trouble Busters!
Yes, hello?
Ah, hello. Are you a member of Mr. Clark Thompson's family?
Well, yes. My name is Helen Thompson.
I am from Tiger Cat Motors Incorporated. Are you familiar with us? We sell luxury cars.
I'm sorry, I don't know much about cars.
Listen, lady, what kind of education have you given Clark at home, eh?
Wait, excuse me? How did we educate? Well, the usual.
Usual? This is usual! That cannot be.
I'm very proud of my son, Clark. I don't believe that we raised him without proper etiquette.
Proud of your son, are you? Well, someone has some courage.
I can't understand your story, sir. Could you please speak clearly?
That unemployed son of yours stole a car worth $50,000, ma'am.
What?
He would be fine if he only stolen it, but he hid it all over the place and dented the vehicle. The hood, roof, and trunk were all full of dents from his erratic driving. When we made an estimate for repairing it, I would say $10,000 probably won't be enough. No, I believe this car ought to be scrapped car.
There's no way Clark would do that.
Can't be helped, I suppose, for he's already done the damage. No, I understand your maternal instinct to believe in your child. I'm a father to a son myself, you understand. But Mrs. Thompson, you must see the reality and accept it.
As for you, sir, please stop talking unrealistically.
What's so unrealistic about your son, who has a license, driving away in a car he stole? The vehicle looks as though he did a barrel roll on the damn road. No, it definitely did that. There's no other damn explanation. Why don't I send you a picture of the poor machine,
No thanks. All things considered, Clark cannot do that.
What is the basis of your statement, ma'am? Don't you think you're trusting your son a little too much? What is a man of his age hiding from his own mother? I believe you also ought to understand your son as well.
No, sir. That's not what I mean.
Well, Mrs. Thompson, I suggest you first admit to what Clark did. We aren't making any progress, are we? We even have his driver's license here. I have his name, address, and date of birth all recorded. Shall I read it to you anyway?
You have his license? Are you sure, sir?
What do you think I would gain by lying at the moment, ma'am? Will the damage done to the car be fixed if I lie? No, it will not.
I'd like to see an image of this driver's license, please. I believe you know how to send a message to a phone number. Please, for both of our sakes, send me a photo of the license.
Well, of course, ma'am, but this is so tedious.
It really is Clark's license.
That's what I've been saying from the beginning, isn't it? It's not a lie now, is it? Believe me, ma'am. And now, on behalf of your son, who is unemployed and unable to pay, I suspect you're prepared to pay us the repair costs.
Clark can't have an accident yet.
Still saying that, are you? Where does this overtrust in your son come from? Let me tell you, Mrs. Thompson, that there is not a single person in the world who has no responsibility of having an accident. Loving your son so much is fine, but you seem to have lost common sense in general.
If anyone is saying nonsense right now, it's you, sir. How did you get Clark's driver's license?
How? Come now, ma'am, be reasonable. We took it away from him when we caught him, of course. He's right here with us, if you must know.
What's so funny about playing this kind of prank?
This is not some prank, lady. What in the world do you mean, eh? I have explained this in such detail, and yet you refuse to acknowledge what happened. Could you, please accept this whole situation is your fault and accept responsibility?
I can't believe it. I'm sure this bastard's trying to extort money from me. I can't forgive him, and more than anything, I can't forgive him for getting Clark involved in this. I have to protect that child's dignity. Tiger Cat Motors Incorporated, was it? Unforgivable. Troublebusters initiate.
Now, what do you think, eh? How about you say something without shutting the frick up? I repeat, this is not a prank. Look at the reality and accept it, eh? The reality is that you will pay the money on behalf of your son.
Absolutely not.
Are you sure about that? If things continue like this, your son will suffer, you understand? It would also be difficult for him socially. Now, quickly, pay up the $50,000. If you don't hurry, the police will get involved, you see. There's still time.
By all means, go ahead. Contact the police, you bastard.
You really don't get it, do you? Would you like me to see you in person and talk things over, eh? If you don't kneel before me and do something about it, myself and our enterprise will not be satisfied.
Unfortunately, but I cannot move anytime soon. I don't have a son, and I just gave birth to a daughter.
What?
Clark is no longer in this world. I really could not understand how you have my son's driver's license.
What? Wait, excuse me, you mean he's deceased?
Actually, my husband is heading over there right as we speak. Judging from the background of the image, it's a repair shop of Tiger Cat Motors Incorporated, is it not? I've also been a client of yours for car examination several times. I think he'll arrive soon.
Wait, please, Mrs. Thompson, were you a client of ours? Hey, you, what are you doing here on the day off? What? Mr. President! What is with this car? It looks absolutely destroyed. There's no way to fix it if it's this bad. Hold on now. Don't hang up the phone just yet. Isn't that connected to Miss Helen? How do you know that, sir? This is her husband, Edwin, and he told me everything. The couple are both close friends of my family's, you see. Edwin told me that Helen, who had just given birth to a daughter, had received an outrageous phone call from her dealership. So I decided to come with. Lend me your phone, son. Hello? This is George Morrison. Congratulations, Helen. I shall visit you soon to congratulate you in person. No. Yes, all's well over here. Yes, I will let the man in question explain everything. Yes, that's true. Very well, I'll turn on the speaker. Done. Well then, Miss Helen also wants to hear about the situation. After all, it seems like it has something to do with her deceased son, Clark. Please speak while in speaker mode. Am I clear? Yes, sir. First of all, what were you trying to do, and for what purpose? How about you tell us all more about it from there? Well, how do I put this? We are actually very conscientious citizens who volunteer to work on activities to raise local citizens' awareness of crime prevention. Raising local citizens' awareness of crime prevention? Yes, sir. It is said that the number of cases of identity theft is on the rise these days. So he and I are both concerned about the current situation in this country and have stood up together. Didn't we, bro?
Huh? Yes, that's right. It seems like something like that was created, yes.
If that's true, it's a very impressive spirit of volunteering. But were you using our company's name for such personal activities? That, I'm afraid, will not be easily dismissed. Please, have mercy for that particular point. There's been an accident with a car of our own, and we've decided to only use that fact. I should have reported it and received permission before using it. I'm truly sorry.
It was extremely rough and well prepared for just volunteer work to me, Mr. President. Where did you get that license in the first place?
That license is something I got on the so-called black market.
That is merely a deliberate lie, ma'am. In truth, this driver's license was actually something I picked up. I thought it would be outrageous to casually drop such an important piece of personal information, so I decided to use it for this activity. If you find someone's driver's license on the street, common sense for a conscientious citizen dictates them to immediately report it to the police. Even though you are fully aware that that is a reservoir of personal information, using it without permission makes your situation feel very crappy. Yes, sir. I agree completely. I'm terribly sorry. With all the scams and frauds going about these days, in my pity for the victims, I ended up copying the details a little too much. I'm so sorry. For now, please return that license to Edwin here, for he is Clark's father after all. It's what he's been looking for ever since his son passed away. Yes, sir. Here you are. Well, what do you think, Miss Helen? The people in question are explaining that it was part of their volunteer work. But are you convinced?
Not at all, President Morrison.
And you, Mr. Edwin? I'm with my wife on this. I cannot be convinced. I feel the same way. The explanations are very sloppy and haphazard. It's like saying, "Hello, I'm a fraud and you should arrest me now." No, sir! Perish the thought! We are not scammers! I'm sorry for misleading you. I apologize from the bottom of my heart. I meant no harm. I did this because I thought it would be a good thing.
A good thing? Did you say something that hurt my son's dignity thinking it was all for a good cause? I absolutely cannot tolerate that.
I agree. What exactly do you think dignity is, especially for one no longer with us? No, I never intended to hurt any honor or dignity. If I have said anything that could be interpreted that way, I promptly retract it. I'm really sorry. I am at your mercy.
It still bothers me despite your apologies now. I'm pretty sure you said if things continue like this, your son will suffer.
Did I really, ma'am? I'm so sorry. I don't remember very well.
You did say so. I remember it all too well. You said it, right?
I might have said that, but that's...
That is unmistakable blackmail, and that's a crime.
What? The penalty is up to 1 year in prison, a fine of up to $100,000 or a combination. President Morrison, could you please contact the police immediately? Ah, understood. If that is what you say, Mr. Edwin, then there's no doubt about it. Wait a minute, Mr. President! I did not say that! Please, not the police! You just said you might have said that. That was also part of the volunteering activity. In order to elicit an honest reaction from the person on the line, a realistic performance was necessary.
Yes, I think it's wrong to threaten someone, even if it's just an act.
However, I never meant any harm at all.
I additionally heard you telling me to bring you $50,000, correct?
I said it. Yes, I did say that. But I never meant any harm.
That is legitimate extortion. It's a very serious crime to try and threaten someone into paying you money.
Exactly. The crime carries up to a 20-year prison sentence. What? You psychotic criminal. I need to report it. Police! More to the point, what have you been up to for a while now? Why do you know so much about crimes and penalties? Of course, Miss Helen's very knowledgeable. She's a prosecutor and Mr. Edwin is a judge after all. What?
Seems like we picked the worst target possible, huh?
Alright then, I'll call the police. Please, wait, Mr. President! Have mercy! Still have an excuse, eh? More to the point, what are you gonna do by begging for my mercy? The people you should apologize to are Miss Helen and Mr. Edwin. Admit your crimes and sincerely apologize to them. No, but if I admit my crimes...
You'll be punished.
Why are you so optimistic? By the way, how many scams? Oh, I'm sorry. Volunteer activities have you done thus far? Was Miss Helen the first victim? Oh, I'm sorry. The target?
Using the same tactic, this is our 6th.
No! No! That's not true! This was our first! Remember it properly!
Oops. Yes, this is our first time.
Could you, not use words like crime or tactic? You know, words like that are likely to be suspected for prosecution. What we were working on was volunteering, correct? Why did he say this was the 6th time? Despite it being maybe a misunderstanding, such a specific number. Well, to be frank, I don't understand either. Perhaps he had it confused with other volunteer activities, right?
That's right. I got them all confused.
Alright, I understand now. It must be getting hard to lie by now. Now, go to the interrogation room of the police station and talk to the officer in charge. Mr. President! What are you saying? You treat your employees like criminals or something? If an employee may have committed a crime, it's the president's duty to report the matter to the police. I haven't committed any wrongdoing! However, there seems to be a discrepancy between the statements of you two right from the beginning. How about we start talking honestly, My guess is that you guys tried to extort money out of Helen by using Clark's driver's license, which she obtained through shady means. Am I wrong? No, sir. So you admit it now, promptly reporting it. Wait a moment! What now? Oh, I see. You want to turn myself in. This is because it will keep the image more intact than if I report you. No, sir! Well, actually, no. It's different, I admit it. I tried to trick Mrs. Thompson into extorting money from her.
Damn. The war is over now.
Why the hell are you so indifferent to all this? Shit! Frick! God damn it! Damn it! I need money! Do you have any idea how much I owe? $150,000, bro! I have to repay everything, even by means of extortion, damn it!
You got yourself a huge amount of debt from online casinos, cards, and horse racing after all.
It's no laughing matter! My life is at stake here! And I'm sure you've done a lot of good things with my money! You're just as guilty as I! You pay back $75,000, yeah?
What? Can't it be a little cheaper?
So damn unsightly. I had no idea such people were hired.
Minutes later, the 2 crooks were captured by the police. It seems that they have other crimes to answer to. They'll likely be subjected to a very strict investigation. Worst case scenario, they may not be able to come out as it is. I was angry that our son Clark was taken advantage of, but in the end, we got back his driver's license. Guess that's a silver lining in this story. That's true. Maybe he came back because he wanted to see his baby sister? Look, darling, it's your older brother. My heart still hurts so much whenever I think of Clark. I'll have to live with this pain with my lovely husband for the rest of my life, but I spend my days crying. I have a daughter to raise, and I won't give up in making her grow big and strong. I can do it. Trouble Busters.